Morning, everyone. I'm Raquel, and we have DL. And I thought I would do a morning stream. Haven't done so in a very long while. So here we are.
Yep,
And I,
here we are.
mhm. I couldn't. Well, I went to bed and didn't really have a good night's sleep. So that's really the reason why I'm still awake. A little
Hmm.
tired, but not enough tired to fall asleep, I guess.
Okay. I did get some sleep. Not as much as I'd like, but I did get some. So
Nice.
anyhow. So what do you got planned today, Raquel, after this stream?
Computer stuff that I need to get done
Okay. I
if I
don't have
can.
yeah. I don't have jack squat planned today. Not a damn thing. And you know what? Okay with that.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
kick back and relax.
I will. I'll do what I'll do what the Dr. Raquel said. I'll just kick back and relax. You
Oh,
know?
I'm not. Actually, even though I'm not a doctor, my sister is an actual doctor.
You could have said you're not an actual doctor, but you play one on TV.
Nah.
So what kind of doctor?
I, I can't. I can't really. Ugh. Opening the bodies up and stuff like that. No. No. I don't have the stomach for it.
What kind of doctor is your sister?
Well, she used to be a veterinarian, and
Uh-huh.
as her profession, and she wanted to go back to school, aka college, um, to be an actual doctor.
A people
Um,
doctor?
yeah, a people
Well,
doctor,
yeah.
like surgeries and stuff like that. And like, more power to you, but I can't,
Yeah.
I can't do that. And
Well,
she's like, she'll be when she was a veterinarian, she would send texts of her doing prepping for surgery or during surgery. Like, don't send me that stuff. I don't want to see that.
she probably did it just to be ornery.
I guess. I don't know.
I would. I would. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it.
I don't want to see um you know a dog you know underneath the knife. No thanks.
Uh, what about a hot dog? Do you want to say hot dog under a knife as you're cutting it to eat it?
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Okay, well, we know what your boundaries are then. That sounds good. A hot dog. I think
It
I have
does.
some.
I wish I had some. I wish there's a pizza place near me, but not in Ohio. I have to
Yeah.
make my own pizza. I don't really feel like making my own pizza right
Well,
now.
at least with you making your own, you know what's in it, and you know how good it is, and all the good stuff.
Right, right.
Toot, 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 toot. Oh, anyway, like, cause I don't have nothing planned today, so I just think I'll kick back and relax. Yeah, just relax.
Sounds like a plan. I have nothing going on much either today, but I do have an appointment to go to tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I didn't get to talk to my counselor yesterday. She texted me yesterday morning and said
Oh yeah.
she had a doctor's appointment, and
Scheduling
I'm
conflict.
yeah, and I said that's good. I got no problems here. Do what you
Mm.
got to do. You know, I'll be here. Just let me
Yep.
know. We'll work it out.
Mm-hmm. So which like I think we're still no wait, we finished season one of the Vikings, didn't we? And we're on season two right now?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think we are.
I remember his wife and son left,
Yeah.
and so and so that might be true. It might be the end of the first season. You
Let's
know,
see here. Let me go to Amazon Prime here. Yeah, we left off on season two.
all right, okay, yeah. Like I said, I've seen the whole series. You know, when it was on the History Channel.
Hmm.
So that's where I saw it. The the fake
Yeah.
History Channel.
Let's see. This was from. Let me see here. The first season of Vikings start at 2013,
Yeah.
and it ended on season six
Mm-hmm.
of 2020.
Sounds about right. Then they
And then
came
he
up
got
with the
a
oh,
sequel. Yes, Vikings Valhalla.
yeah, which we started, and then you realized it was a sequel, and then you're like, oh, we ought to watch the original first.
Of course, that's the that's how usually you watch a series.
Not me. I've already seen the series. I've already seen it.
Well, I know you have, but I haven't.
Well, sucks to be you. You know, I didn't know you back then. If I had, I would probably said, you need to watch this series called
Oh my
Vikings.
gosh! Like I try to remember where I was at 2013.
2013, I know where I was. I
I
was living in
trying.
hell.
I think I was. Oh, yeah. I think I moved to. I was still like getting used to my surroundings, being moving to Texas at the time.
Moving to Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Texas. Yeah. I better be quiet. I know quite a few people who live in Texas. Yeah. So
Oh, I live in Texas too, even though I split my time from there in Ohio.
yeah, I know. I said I know quite a few people. That includes you, you weenie. You know, no, I'm not. There's several of my YouTube buds that live in Texas. So
Mm, no, we
and
got
there's several.
Boosh. We
Yeah,
got Dr. Forbin.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
think that's it. Yeah,
Oh,
if I'm, hopefully, I'm not forgetting anyone
and then there's
else.
several YouTubers I follow that live in Texas.
Mm,
Like oh Melody Max, who lives in Texas, and Brittany Venti lives in Texas. Who else lives in Texas? Oh, Alex Stein. He lives in Texas, and you know, there's several others. That's the ones I could think of right offhand. So
Hmm.
yep. Oh, that's a pretty dog. I'm gonna send you a picture. The
On
pretty.
Messenger?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a pretty dog. If I was gonna get a dog, I was watching. There's a lady here in the building was walking her puppy yesterday. Oh, what kind of cocker spaniel?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, puppy, cute. Hmm.
Says attachment unavailable.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I tr- I tried.
Oh,
Okay, I was
I
just
just
sent.
let I'm just letting you know because that's what
Okay,
comes
let
up
me try
with.
something else here. Let me. Yeah, I'll just send it to you as a picture. Then what the hell? What the living hell? You know.
Ah, that's a cute little dog collie. Looks like a border collie to me.
It could be. The lady that managed the last building I lived in, she had a Australian Shepherd puppy. You know, I liked that puppy. It was a cute dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's over a year old now, so yeah. Oh
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
puppies grow up quick,
Mm-hmm.
as well as kitties.
Yeah.
I wish they can stay like that for the remainder of their lives, but no such luck.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens.
So
Mm.
I on my Twitch account, I on my regular one, um I'm gonna leave that for just for hangouts and future stuff. But
Uh-huh.
I created a second account just for gaming.
Yes.
So hopefully by tomorrow I can get that all set up and running. Cause I haven't played any video games for for a month now, and I like to get back into
Yeah.
it. Maybe play some ESO and some other games. I like to play the games Jesse and Chef are playing. For example, TMNT Cowabunga. Um, uh, I would try Monopoly, but I haven't played that game in who knows how long. I don't even remember how the game goes or what the instructions how to play the game. It's been that long. um, I think next month, the Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed video game comes out. I would
Uh-huh.
like to try my hand in that, and I think either January or February next year, Harry Potter the Hogwarts Legacy video game comes out, and I can't wait for that one to come out. Actually, I can't wait for the Ghostbusters and the Harry Potter to come out. Really,
Uh-huh.
for the video games. Hello, Sandy. Welcome. Hey, do you want to join in with us if you're not busy? Because I know that you know it's morning. It's a Tuesday. People have to get ready for work and stuff like that. 9 to 5. Oh boy. I'm a
Hmm.
few minutes, sure, making some coffee. Oh, in a few minutes, sure, making some coffee. I'm a disabled vet. I'm always home. LOL. Working from home sounds so much better than traveling to your workplace.
Well, yeah, it has its pluses. It
Mm-hmm.
also has its minuses too.
Well, yeah. If you're working from home, you're not really uh talking to other people. It's different, when you're on a location talking to other people. You can't really do that when you're working from home.
Yeah.
Ah, I just got a notification that Jesse is live playing some GTA.
Yeah.
He hasn't played GTA in a while. Usually it's just him playing Evil Dead.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me share this out. Where is the link?
Thinking about buying me a cereal bowl that looks like a human skull.
Really?
Yes, really. It shows a video of somebody eating spaghetti out of it. Pop goes the weasel.
Well, I guess that's better than eating from a bowl that looks like a toilet.
I'd do that too if
Ah!
I had it. I don't care. I don't care what
But
people
yeah,
think.
guys, please follow Black Death Gaming, Jesse, Chef, Lindsay, sometimes Boosh, um play games on that channel.
Sometimes.
Well, half and half, I should say. You hear about the GTA hack? Yeah, I heard it was, you know, some 16-year-old kid hacked into it or something like that. I think
How old was the kid?
16.
Uh, was their name Raquel?
Nah.
Did you watch the latest episode of House of Dragons?
Yes, I did. I need to watch it again though. Yeah, there's Black Death Gaming. There Jesse is currently playing GTA right now. So if you guys have some time, check out the Black Death Gaming channel. Jesse and Chef and Lindsay play all sorts of games, either separately or together. So yeah, go check them out.
Why do you want to watch the episode again? Was there something you missed, or you just, or what?
Yeah, something I missed.
Okay.
I don't know the age, just know they had a lot of footage of pre alpha and claimed to have a source code. Hmm. Yeah, a 16-year-old holds Rockstar hostage. So some kid must have hacked something. Hold on, let me see. 16-year-old kid hacks GTA. No, not Rockstar. GTA. Yeah, GTA 6 leaker rumored to be a 16-year-old hacker. So a 16-year-old kid hacked Rockstar's computers, I guess. Let's see here. There's been a breach. A hacking forum admin. They claim that the culprit is a 16-year-old has been arrested for similar crimes in the past. Oh, that ain't good. The 16-year-old
Hmm.
hacker was accused of being a leader of a cybercrime team after being doxxed by former associates.
Okay. That's what happens when you piss off your friends. They
Mm.
dox your ass. Or
They
your
then allegedly removed the evidence as the leaks went viral. It's like, oh shit! What have we done? Too late.
oh.
They said they have not only leaked GTA by accessing Rockstar Games' Slack server, whatever that is, but they also managed to breach Uber's security. It is alleged that uh, this person is the same person as
Oh,
this person.
oh, really?
This hacker is the same person as he goes by. I guess he goes by another name, I guess.
I wouldn't use my real name.
I wouldn't either.
What's your name, Joe Schmo?
The
What name do you
leaker
go by, Joe Schmo?
the leaker also claimed they are looking to negotiate a deal, asking Rockstar to send messages via Telegram. What makes you think of negotiating a deal after you leak their work on the web?
Mm,
I mean, you're the perpetrator. Like, you really think Rockstar's gonna negotiate a deal with you?
they might. You know. Oh, can you
Oh,
handle this?
thank you, and Anxiety welcomes. Thanks.
Can you handle this by yourself for a few minutes? I got nature's calling, and if I don't answer, I'm going to have a mess.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Remember, I just had surgery not that long ago.
Mm-hmm. Crazy
Okay.
fun times. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit.
Alrighty. I see chefs in the chat on Death Black Gaming. Claims to have the source code and he will sell it. LOL. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna go well for you. Yeah, like, telling Rockstar they negotiate a deal. Like, you're the one that leaked the information of this upcoming game. Do you really think they're gonna negotiate a negotiate a deal with you? And plus, you're a 16-year-old kid. So the queen was finally put to rest yesterday after a long time reigning as queen. And, King Charles III and Queen Consort Camilla. I'd like to try GTA sometime. I haven't really played it before. I would like to, try it out and see how it is. Seems a little bit more confusing than ESO, to be honest. Do we know when GTA is supposed to come out or no? GTA 6, I should say. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see. Based on previous rumors that have come out, though, it says that a launch in either 2024 or 2025 will be likely for GTA 6. So, a couple of years. No release date yet, but they're assuming or gauging that it'd be some between 2024 and 2025. Hello, Sapphire Elf. How are you? Good morning. Saw the quarterings vid on the GTA thing. Yeah, apparently a 6-year-old kid hacked their servers or computers. Hey, Brian, what's up?
Good morning. I'm doing all right. Oh, man, finally have the day off.
Oh yeah, been working hard.
Mhm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, my back's
Yeah.
hurting a little bit, but I'll be all right.
Oh, I've been there.
So what's all the what y'all talking about this morning?
Apparently a 16-year-old kid hacked Rockstar for GTA 6.
And he wants them to hire him.
He said he wants to negotiate a deal with Rockstar.
Not a good no.
Not a good
No,
pitch that you caused the leak.
cuz push comes to shove, they could always redo things, reallocate things, change
Right.
some things around to counteract it, um, without losing any quality. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that's
Hey, Exality,
that,
welcome.
that's really that, because the ball's not in his court. He thinks it is, but it's not. Is there any criminal charges against the kid?
I don't know. I just skimmed through it real quick. But I'm assuming the 16-year-old kid's most likely get in trouble with his folks.
Well, of course he is. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, that's obviously
Well,
what's
apparently this
gonna.
is the only time he's been getting into trouble doing this, apparently.
Right. He just wanted to prove that he can do something like that,
Exactly.
which I get it, but it shows that he's not very bright. I mean, having skill and being
Well,
bright are two different things. They don't go hand in hand.
usually teenagers are not bright to begin with. No offense.
Well,
Whoa,
what do you mean,
whoa.
no
Those are our
offense? You could
scholars you're talking about.
no offense. Really, no
Well,
offense.
I was a teenager one at a time, and I
Well,
was
yeah,
like,
we all are, but we shouldn't feel bad about offending them. Seriously, it builds their character.
well, yeah. Hey, Akeem, how are you? Hey, Kelly, everyone. Look from the look of the leaked footage, it will be 3 to 5 years for consoles and maybe longer for PC. Well, they said they're assuming around 2024, 2025 for the game. Somewhere between there. Hey, Adam.
Hey, no, come on, Brian. You know what it is. In a Biden world, look, a 16-year-old can hold a company hostage, and the parents will end up bailing his ass out because he'll be this little punk bitch, Democrat, child that held it, at
Whoa,
ransom.
whoa,
I mean, we are talking
whoa.
about, what
I'm
is
a
it, 6, right? So, it could be a
Yeah.
good game. I don't know. But I mean, if that's the
Or-
plot of the game, that's a horrible plot for a game. I'm just saying.
I'm offended that you think the parents would bail him out. It's going to be the presidency that will bail him out.
Oh, no. But what I'm saying
Well,
is
the
they'll go
American
after
presidency or Rockstar's presidency.
Rockstar will go
The
after
same.
the parents. Rockstar won't go after the kid. They'll go after the parents. And then the Biden administration will bail them out. That's how the game will be played. See,
Someone should make
point
a
would be
game
to
about
be bailed
that.
out.
If they
Yeah,
made
that
about
sounds.
if they made
Yeah,
a game about that, I'd play it.
That sounds more interesting.
than what they created. I agree, because none of these games, because Raquel, you're not really into these kind of games, are you? Like, you haven't really played Grand Theft Auto.
I haven't played Grand Theft Auto, but I would like to try it for
No,
sure.
right. But I'm just asking because this isn't meant. Don't take offense. I'm asking because like Brian, myself, like we were big time gamers in these games, so that's why I was asking, because I didn't really think. I know you've watched, like Jesse play, or if any of us are playing and stuff. You'd always.
Well, speaking of which, he's
support.
playing GTA right now on the Black Death Gaming channel.
We know. We know. Trust me. Half your stream's been about Jesse. But yeah, I mean, it's the thing is, whether you've played the games or have the love for it like us as gamers do, you've always supported all of us, because this was me trying to give you credit. And I mean, the whole thing is, like you said, you'd like to try playing it, but this could be also what would steer someone like you or younger away from even wanting to try because of what's going on, and then they'll probably forget all about it when it comes out now, in 2-3 years, if then, to me, this is just going to hurt and affect the game itself.
Yeah, because it makes it vulnerable, because, on one hand, it's like, oh, well, they leaked footage or whatever, but it's not hard, and I'm just saying this. I'm not advocating it, because it has happened. It's not hard to go in and get the user accounts for, say, PlayStation or Microsoft, and so and that's another reason why it would steer people away, saying, wait, I mean, this is some vulnerable stuff here. It's like you have Rockstar, it'll be a Trojan horse to all your PlayStation accounts. That bothers someone like me, who loved console gaming up until we had to make everything online, and so that bothered me. So people like me that want to, thinking about getting back into gaming and whatever, it stares me away just for the safety breach and security breach alone.
Yeah.
If a 16-year-old kid could do it, and he did it just so he had something to prove, or wants to work for them, or whatever he wants to do, versus someone who's maybe like 10 years older that wants to do hold their identity hostage, their identity theft, and just do some extorting.
What I'm worried about, Brian. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say really quickly. I can totally see Rockstar milking this for free publicity. It strikes me as one of those things where they could, with all that information out. So Rockstar has been getting a lot of heat for was it microtransactions or whatever, the garbage they've been pulling in their online stuff, and just a lot of anti-gamer stuff. And so they could totally use this to rebuild their image or rehype their image, and for the next game, and draw a bigger crowd. And people are going to start getting excited, just like a lot of people are excited, say, for Starfield, even though Bethesda has made tons of mistakes in the past. So it could really easily go in their direction if they play it right.
Well, I mean, that's their best option, in my opinion. Play the victim mentality, get people behind them. So, it's like Marilyn Manson said, there's no such thing as bad press. I mean, which I believe there is such a thing as bad press, but pretty much bad press can be free press, and you can use free press to your advantage.
Mm.
The PlayStation 2, like, okay, and it's not just the PlayStation, but remember when, PlayStation was having all those problems getting hacked way back when, and then you got some free, I think that was PS3, 4 era, where we had the big, you know what I'm talking about? And I mean, it's just sad that it's not the first time that we've had issues security wise, especially with gaming, but for the corporation to get hit, it is just kind of crazy. And again, we're talking about a world where if you steal less than $1,000 in California, you can just walk out the store with no repercussions. In Chicago, they're passing that where, assault, you don't even get arrested, you get a ticket. So this to me is just a smaller level. It's like shit's been planned and worked on for quite a while.
Are you saying the kid was in on it, or it's a bogus story?
I mean, I'm thinking just more along the lines of, the saying, just throw everything out and see what sticks in a person. It's kind of like that. Like, this is another story that can be talked about. Is it legit? I think it's legit. Could it have been stopped? I would have hoped so.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I was kind of headed more towards that. How can we even feel safe with our own cybersecurities when we see this kind of shit so blatantly and easily happening, just like Martha's Vineyard is? We watch that happen, and yet I guarantee you there should be 0 votes for that party. And yet, that's the thing.
Hey,
I don't know. It's crazy, and yet
you could go down the conspiracy route.
True. Very true. Very true. But I mean, that's my thing. We're talking about a 16-year-old. At 16, we wouldn't have got away with this shit.
Oh, hell no.
So is this because of the lack of discipline?
Yeah, no,
children? Never. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
DL, lack of discipline.
Especially DL being the elder here. I mean, think about it. At 16, if you were to take any kind of corporation by hostage at your age, remember,
they would never have heard from me to this day.
Oh man, I would have been beat and buried in a shallow grave.
Oh no! If I guarantee you, a 16-year-old me would have been able to hold a corporation hostage. I think not only would I have the book thrown at me, at that time you would, for sure you would.
Oh yeah.
And then I think that maybe a little bit later, someone black market or someone off the books will say government, say, hey, listen, we got a job for you. And if you don't do it, you're going to sit here, rot in prison, or you can do it. But if you get caught, we'll disavow any knowledge, which does happen. These things actually happen.
Hey, Jannabelle.
It wouldn't surprise me somewhere down the line if this kid were to technically disappear and then reappear with like a new identity or like a cipher, because it does happen. You say, "Oh yeah, you read too much fiction and stuff," but truth is stranger than fiction, and truth is the inspiration for fiction. And anyone that's watched my channel, I talk about things like predictive programming and things like that. But hey, that's just my thought.
Right. And of course, these are all just our thoughts. And again, this goes to Raquel. This was credit for her, because as for someone that really hasn't ever played the games or, isn't into the lure or any of it, the mythos, if you will, even she's like, hey, I'd like to play this. I might like to try something like that. But, now how could I now I got to wait, 3 years to get my toes wet in it if I even want to, Or even like DL, I could see DL. Could you not, Brian, see DL having some fun at Grand Theft Auto?
I could see him blowing people up with grenades on that game, and just
I'd be running people's asses over left and right.
Right, dragging them out of the car with a crowbar. Because that was something like, I'm not a fan of the 5. I don't like this idea of the PS5 with the no discs and stuff. I've got a 3, I've got a 4. And the biggest turnoff point for me for PlayStation was from 3 to 4, because 4 you can't play the older games and stuff on. You can buy them on the store and whatnot, but I can't put my PS3 disc in a PS4, where I can put my PS1 and 2 discs in a PS3. So I really hated the non-backwards capability for PlayStation.
You wanted it backwards compatible.
Thank you. Yes, Brian. Thank you. I've been up for about 20 minutes, so words in English is hard when you're not awake.
The coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
No, I've had about a fourth of it. Because still having the stomach issues and whatnot. But But yeah, dude. I love it that Raquel will do this kind of a thing, but I'm sad because again, I think the last Grand Theft Auto was that I played that was one of the best ones was Vice City. Like for me personally, Vice City was it, and then other people really love San Andreas. You know, and then there were all the stuff with 5 and whatnot. So when we heard about Saints Row, because I was more of a Saints Row guy personally, after Vice City, I went more Saints Row style of gaming. So that was me though. You know, I know all of us have played different stuff. You know, I know DL was more back with Pac-Man and whatnot. But you know, the thing with the PlayStation, yeah, you can buy your old games and play them online, but I don't feel I should have to buy them.
Wrong.
And I miss the old days of with a PlayStation, you didn't have to have the what is it that the other one has, the Microsoft where you play online. You always had to pay for that. And at first with PlayStation, you didn't have to. You just had to buy the game, and then you would go on, you know, through PlayStation and jump and play games with your friends without paying. But now you got to have the PlayStation Network or the Xbox Network in order to play with your friends online. And that I hate, because with a PC, we could all just play, you know, with no problems. We could hook up and just play the games, you know, PC. That's why PC gaming for decades had been better than console gaming.
From what I looked into, most of that non-cross-platform stuff is a few exclusive titles, and the rest is Sony not wanting to share their stuff, which they've recently bent their knee on, but they were underneath a lot of pressure from Fortnite to do that. So Fortnite's done one good thing.
I think Fortnite. I mean, I don't play Fortnite, but I think they got something right where you have this product, and it's sort of like open source, I think, and it gets a lot of people kind of together playing it. So like almost everybody you know is playing Fortnite who weren't gamers before. Whether or not you're into it, one thing can be sure is that they saw something and they decided to capitalize on it, and now you have other companies licensing allowing Fortnite to license their characters into that universe. So that's a good thing that they've done, and so it you know, almost anybody can become a Twitch streamer and play Fortnite without any effort.
You know what is a good game you guys all should play? Anybody that has PlayStation should play it. I'm not just saying it because I don't like playing it by myself. Red Dead Redemption Online. It's a great game. In fact, I'm starting it up right now.
Nice. I like the zombie version.
I did not know there's a zombie version, and that is intriguing.
Yeah, man. I've got it for the 360. Yeah, it was because it was the first game. There's like a zombie version. It was awesome. That's because I didn't get Red Dead. I got the zombie version because I was like, wait a minute, this looks even better. I mean, what's better than the Wild Wild West than a bunch of zombies? I mean, can anybody? Come on, how do you go wrong?
I'm pretending that I'm a horrible person in the game that was sent into Westworld. Because then that way, when I'm killing people, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. You know, I used to do that same Row. You could turn zombie mode on. Holy shit, they just came out the woodwork like all the zombie movies we've ever seen. You know, it's like, okay, this is awesome. That was always a whole lot of fun as well.
Uh-oh. The dogs are coming to get you.
Doggies.
Yeah, the puppies are barking, so I will be right back. I got to check on the puppets.
Sorry, just putting my tablet down. Do I sound good on my tablet? Because I can go back to my phone.
Yeah, you sound good. Yeah,
it's very, very clear. Very clear.
Yeah, no offense, bro. You sound way stronger and better. You're coming through clear as day, mate. You sound fucking excellent, dude.
Me and Elizabeth spent 2 days switching it over to Microsoft, so yeah, which was actually a lot easier than what we thought because we were doing it, and right in the middle of it, it updated and switched over to Microsoft by itself, and we were both just looking sad. And that's why we hate anything to do with computers at the moment. Literally, as we figured it out, it did it by itself. Anywho.
So update on myself. I went to the eye appointment last week,
Yeah.
and it turns out
Mhm.
that my right eye has been doing all the work my entire life, and
Really?
so my left eye is kind of a little bit off axis, and so and that's why it's hard for me to read things up close now, and it has nothing to do with that. It's hard to focus, and my right eye is tired, so
So your
it's
left eye
like,
is lazy.
yeah, but not entirely, but like by like 1 degree.
No.
So you know
Okay.
how like you close one eye and you open one eye and you have like,
Mhm.
it's like a left to right thing. Mine's a little diagonal. Yeah, it's interesting.
I'd say so.
Yep.
I normally have to close my right eye and get basically an inch away from the paper to read. That and I'm dyslexic, so it's really great.
Ooh.
I mean, I close my left. In fact, I've because I am nearsighted in my left eye. What I've done was
Aww.
I've taken a pair of readers and I popped out the right lens.
That sounds like a good idea.
Oh, stand by.
Morning, Sapphire, or whatever time it is where you're at.
I think it says it's like nighttime for him, I think.
Oh. Well, good night then.
See if I'm allowed to do any of the letter missions that I discovered like a couple hours ago. I can't ask in this game, eh? Like, at least it's like level 800 PvP. Like, I'm actually really good. And like, I've been killing level 600 PvP from, I think it was level 15, I want to say. So, yeah. The only issue I've ran in is if anybody else had the pistol shotgun, I was screwed till I got the pistol shotgun. Now everybody else is screwed that doesn't have it. Oh. Again, this is a great game. Like, they have ridiculous details. Like, you can shoot bells and they'll ring. It's like really good. You guys should play it.
What game are you playing?
Red Dead Online. In fact, I can tell you my gamer tag. It's tame-duck1. Yep. And if you got PlayStation, you can harass me as much as you like on PlayStation. I don't know how to block people there yet.
I don't have PlayStation. I don't have a whatever other gaming systems they have. I don't have any of that.
Oh my god, I just took the whole side out of a grinding stone. Oh my god, I could shoot through it. I'm going to. Just a lot of bullets. Oh no, it only gets one bullet hole in it. I'm not wasting any more bullets.
Now, I did buy the PS1 for my nephews when they were little, way back in the day. But as far as that's that's it.
What I should do is hopefully I'll have the money this week is get Ash versus Evil Dead, and then I'll just go in and I'll grief Jesse Miller's streams until he figures out who's doing it. That would be a smart thing to do. Grief, the one person that would probably go around to your house and legitimately beat the crap out of you, out of principle.
That sounds like something I'd do. Beat the crap out of somebody for principle. For the principle. It was a principle.
I'm too poor to have principle at this stage of my life. Too poor and sick.
Right? Like, come on, dude. Like, we're so broke we can't even pay attention.
What? What were you saying?
So we're so broke I can't even afford to pay attention. You know, it's just
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What were you saying?
Yeah, Kiwi, you get it? But no, dude, you know how you would break up from time to time beforehand? Like you're coming through, and I'm sorry, I could hear, but couldn't hear a lot of what was going on. But yeah, dude, you sound a lot better now, because it sounds more like a phone call or you're sitting next to me, where before it was like we were screaming across bridges and shit from time to time. So you sound a lot better, dude. A lot better.
So you prefer the old audio?
No, I prefer this audio, to be honest.
But you can hear me better.
Exactly, that's the point. We like hearing what you have. That's the difference. Like, can we all go off a little bit sometimes? Sure. Maybe go a little bit further down a certain hole. Giggity. Maybe. But, at the end of the day, we want you to have the freedom of speech and be able to say stuff and talk with us, because, you're across the world from all of us. So anytime you get a friend across the world, of course you want them to be, because like when we've talked off air, it's like when we're on air, you always had a little bit more issues versus being off air and talking. Now it's like it was before. So yeah, you are 100% clear and sounding good, my friend. So you have to.
I love you too, Deranged.
You got to use more tape to keep her quiet while you got her stuffed in the closet, bro. We're hearing the.
I don't know who's stuffed in my closet. I didn't know I had a closet. Where's this closet? I'm not concerned. Why do I have a secret closet that's secret from only me?
Stay out of the closet, man.
Remember the line. Do what you're supposed to do. Put the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. We know you got that pit with a door. Yep. It's okay.
Secret closet sounds like it could be one of those shows like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Be careful about the serial murderer jokes. Evidently, that was the mysterious rumor going on about me, which I was told by a few people. There's a mysterious rumor about me, and it's like, and then one of them recently was making out that they told me, it's like they never, like I only found out that there was rumors about me, man, and it's like evidently it's something to do with being a serial murderer. I was like,
I'm
yeah,
right
okay, I could murder
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay. We'll keep it
Don't
going.
go for too long. We'll miss you. There goes
Don't forget the footstool.
Watch out about the
What?
That can go either way. I mean, it's because she is short, or sometimes if you ever watch 2.5 Men, Alan Harper explains that in the show. So there you go.
Okay. Okay.
I fully endorse the squatty potty.
Yes.
I just judge you guys profusely. Why are people picking fights with me? I didn't do anything.
No, we're not picking fights with you.
No, I mean in my game. I literally just walked in a tavern and an NPC's punching me.
Oh, gotcha. NPC got. Okay.
I didn't know punching was an option in this game. I've only been playing it for 4 days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I died. Worst of all, they knocked my head off.
Oh shit! So Uncle Gary, what? How's it going? What'd you have for breakfast? Did you get anything new, or you still on an egg?
I ate a banana.
All right. Right on.
Why does that sound disturbing coming from you? I ate a banana.
Yeah.
Well, after his surgery, he can only, he's got to watch what he's eating. He can only put so much in. So, it is what it is. So it's, he got excited when he was on to eggs, and I understand the feeling, because I've been rather ill lately myself with issues and not being able to eat. And, throwing up stomach acid for no reason. So yeah, I digress. Yeah, you get kind of excited when you're like, I got excited because I was able to eat some beans and potatoes and a hamburger yesterday, and I'm talking about half of the size of what I used to eat. So yeah, it's just always interesting. Like I said, Uncle Gary and I, we talk pretty much every day, and it's at some point, whether it's this way or via text messages and whatnot. Since this would have been a conversation we would have been having off air, so I figured, well, we're on air, I might as well ask if he had anything fun to do. So I know Brian's not been up too long. I've not been up too long because it is a rest day for Brian. He's got a day off finally. I didn't think that was allowed. Did you finally put that in your contract, Brian?
No. It's just this is where the chips fell. I mean, that's the thing about this time of year. I get so busy, and I do have to make time for certain things. I do have to turn some things down, and when I was younger, before I was married, I would just full throttle, balls to the wall, work, and then summer comes, I rest, and then that'd be the norm. And then once I got married, it was a bit of an adjustment, but she understood that that I mean that's why I love my wife so much is she understands that we don't exactly have this dynamic of a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday like the rest of the world does, or especially like the rest of America does. And it got me to see like outside, and I make more money, doing what I do versus doing a regular job,
Yeah.
So that's the good news. But as I'm getting older, I have to turn a few things down from time to time.
Sadly, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Remember the day where you wouldn't turn anything down?
Oh yeah.
You could do. Oh man, yeah, brother.
Yeah. There was a time when I just didn't have a choice, and I needed the money, and now I'm okay to say I don't need the money all the time. So
Yeah.
it's but hey, coming up this weekend, I got a big weekend of rodeo.
Rodeo.
Bull riding.
Brooks, huh?
Bull riding.
So you're gonna go and be an urban cowboy then, eh?
No. I'm working the rodeo.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. You get to throw John Travolta off the mechanical bull, not be riding it. Yeah, I don't see you on the mechanical bull, my friend. I know that you'd be like, yeah, I don't want to break or hurt nothing. I'm smarter than this, but I will definitely.
I don't want to break. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We can't have you getting injured. You got a comic you're working on, damn it.
That's true.
Not allowed, Brian. I'm sorry. You can observe all you want, my friend, but we expect this comic.
Doing AV for a rodeo. That's.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's the thing, like the other on DL's birthday stream and whatnot, like Jez, like he said, he just automatically, you being a sound engineer, just assumed it was, and then when you told him,
I mean,
because we're so used to you and the work you've done, and of course we know you don't take offense to it, but yeah, dude, that was the thing. Yeah.
I mean, Jez did for whatever reason. Jez thought I did. I was like, no, I don't. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because again, it's you hadn't been around for a while, and then same with Jez. But yeah, it's one of those because everybody's walking on eggshells. Notice how the world's kind of walking on eggshells to us. So it's like we don't want, even though you have to almost come off and be overly clear and overly Peabody and over explain shit so that you don't leave a question mark for somebody where they could put in, well, you're a racist because you said it this way, when that's not even where you're mad because you're like, oh no, I wasn't doing that.
Oh no, I'm not gonna.
This. And of course, I know it. I'm not gonna
overly explain nothing.
Hell no.
Exactly. Unless someone really doesn't understand, and that's normally when it has something to do with technical or mechanical or clerical.
Are you
stuff.
mansplaining that you're not going to mansplain?
Yeah.
Yes, I am mansplaining. I'm not gonna mansplain.
Yep.
I love that. Do you know what other people used to call it? Overly explaining or thoroughly explaining, because every motherfucker on earth does it. Like people do it quite often. Like I found that no matter what gender they are, race, creed, color, like lots of people seem to overly explain things to an unnecessary and annoying point. Sometimes I think it's quite intentional.
I think because they've all paid attention to too many Aussies.
Oh yeah,
Aussies
there's plenty of times when it's really intentional for some people.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I would never do such a thing. I'm innocent. I'm always innocent.
Excuse me, I laughed.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh no, he laughed.
I have never said anything offensive to anybody for any reason whatsoever.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
I've been loving my GameCube lately.
It was fun. I got to run. My internet's going to start junking out here anytime. I've got satellite net out here in the sticks.
Yeah. I'm on the county too, so I know how that can happen, my friend. I hate when that happens, but till then,
I'm waiting for Starlink. They keep pushing back the date. The coverage is my area. The problem is the ground-based dish, the parts for it aren't available because of everything going on in this magical world.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good day.
And unicorns, right?
You too. Here's to you getting stronger internet when you get that opportunity, and to more streaming when you can, my
Dear
friend.
God,
Take
yes.
care.
Streaming and internet gaming, I miss it.
I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, I agree.
I love my internet gaming. I'm doing it right now.
I broke down and bought a couple new games for my game. Well, used, because you can't really buy them new these days. But
later, Sanity.
Later. We'd love you.
Yeah. Always good when you get more people to come on that are newer too and to test their stuff out and spread their crafts. Yeah, online gaming, man. I remember, I think it was more about the Xbox 360, PS2 era for me. Console games versus, I had a little bit of internet gaming and whatnot, back in the day on the PC, but, again, we had Oregon Trail. That was the shiznit back in the day. The original Oregon Trail on the PC.
You died of dysentery.
I haven't played that game in years.
I know. Why can't we have an updated version of that? That would be. And just go nuts with it.
Oregon Trail, COVID
make it like a third-person shooter where you have to flat out shoot the buffalo, and you have to flat out reload your flintlock, and then try to avoid some Indian trying to get you, and then you could pull out a knife, and then you have to get back to your wagon before some raiding party tries to steal your stuff.
See, exactly, and
this is exactly what I'm playing right now.
Exactly, but in the West, we're talking about even further back. But yeah, exactly. Exactly, dude. That is, you are correct. Being in that time frame, and we know that Raquel loves westerns, especially Clint Eastwood westerns. Now, I was talking with DL last night. That's right. I was talking with DL last night, and I was kind of wondering, have you seen? Because I know you're liking westerns, any of John Wayne's westerns by chance? Because that's before Clint Eastwood era of westerns, but it's still kind of the same spaghetti western styles and.
I wouldn't call John Wayne a spaghetti western guy. I would just call it more western.
Yeah,
they call them spaghetti westerns because it was Italians that made them.
Yeah,
and everybody in there was Italian except for a few people, and they overdubbed the Italian speaking with English.
I thought John Wayne was more of a ravioli western.
Yeah. John Wayne and the Searchers. That's a great movie.
He's more of a garlic bread or a Texas toast.
There you go, Texas toast garlic bread. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Texas toast.
Yeah.
You
Texas
want a
tea.
brisket
If that's
sandwich
something
on
you haven't
Texas
seen,
Toast
Raquel,
Pilgrim?
Yeah.
that's something you haven't seen. There's like any of John Wayne's movies because he does a lot. He's got a very nice film career. Trust me. I think because of some of the stuff, the older stuff that we've gotten you into that you really like. I think that was one that DL. Like I said, I was talking with DL about it, and if it has, there's a couple newer ones to add to the list, Western wise, anyway,
Yeah.
and or World War II or the one with the submarine and the elephants is funny. But yeah, just again, because it's hard to find younger people that want to watch older movies. They're more into the crap of today, where you at least have really good taste when it comes, especially to movies and stuff. Even though you still don't like some of the movies that all of us on this panel really love and don't understand Big Trouble in Little China, that hatred for it, but I guess we'll have to allow
She
it.
did not know. She's not a big fan of Big Trouble in China.
From your point as a child, I understand, but as an adult, I don't. But it's okay. We still love you anyway.
Have you watched
Thank
Red
you.
Dawn yet, Raquel?
Yeah, she's seen Red Dawn. You've seen Red
Yeah,
Dawn.
I think I have.
Wolverines, Patrick Swayze.
I'm going to guess the original DL because there was a remake with Hemsworth.
No, I ain't watching that crap.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so the original. You saw the good one. Okay, good.
She saw it. She goes, at the end, she goes, wow, that was depressing.
Well, that was the fear we lived through in the 80s of the Russians taking over and coming into America, though. That was that big, they were the villains there, where today it's the sand people and the Pooh Bear people, if you will. Am I wrong? I don't know how else to say it. That's kind of how it is.
I like Winnie the Pooh. He makes he makes the Lord of China sad.
I know, right? It's perfect.
And while you're fighting the sand people, the little guys, I can't think of their names. They're stealing their stuff.
Jawas.
Thank you.
I thought that was North Korea.
Exactly.
The little guys stealing his stuff.
Exactly. The Jawa North Koreans,
Yes.
See, we could have story time with Raquel, and with all this shit we could come up with, tell a funny story, and it would make sense to us, but other people would be lost as we're talking about, the North Korean Jawas and the sand people and the Pooh Band plantations with honey pots.
Normally any suffers
come off racist. Oh wait, that's right, because we're all white.
I hate all races equally.
Exactly. I'm like Dirty Harry. I hate them all.
Milton's an equal opportunity offender.
So am I.
Equal opportunity racist. I hate them all. Like Pokemon, gotta collect them all. Gotta hate them all.
Yeah.
You're not racist until you hate everybody. Otherwise, you're just an equal opportunist.
There you go. It'll work. And he wears that crown proudly, ladies and gentlemen. Our Kiwi.
I don't know why. We don't even have we legitimately we have no racism in this country. Like it's unheard of. Like you hear about it happening overseas.
Yeah. Now DL, I'm gonna guess you probably haven't Dragon Ball Z'd at all.
Nope.
No, I don't think. No.
Okay. And Brian, I know you know Dragon Ball Z some, so
yeah.
I mean, I've heard of Dragon Ball Z.
Well, yeah, that's the one thing that brought me and Raquel together, and of course I know that Milton knows. But had you gotten into any of the Super, Brian, or are you just?
I saw a little bit of Super because it was like there were some episodes free on. I want to say either the Adult Swim app, the one you don't have to pay for, and I saw apparently there's this tournament between worlds.
Yeah,
I saw that one.
Got hair up.
Didn't you see the movie here recently, Raquel? Dragon Ball, or what was that?
Yeah.
Oh, Dragon Ball Superhero? Yes, I have.
Yeah, that's where I was working up to. Yeah, that's the thing, because like with Brian.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
No, you're fine. He answered the question because that's where I was headed with it. Uncle. Exactly, because Raquel's the only person I know that's seen it. I was gonna, Milton. How about you? Did you, are you into the Z verse, or is that not really a Milton thing?
I've watched Dragon Ball Z Super, and I watched it when I was a young kid in between doing chores, and that's about it.
Okay. So, because I've watched all of Dragon Ball, well, as much of Dragon Ball as I could till they stopped talking English, and then
I like the purple cat man.
Yes, yes, the cat man. Hell yeah, the evil cat man. I love it. Beerus, yes, Lord Beerus.
And I like the purple man that teaches them stuff. That reminds me of a really mean person I used to know. The same person that taught me indoor manners and not to bite people.
Gotcha. Well, so I think Super was a good, basically, retelling of everything of the past, because you don't really have, it's a good starting point. You can go back and watch everything that we've all seen, or you can just kind of start there. Because Raquel and I, she was the one that got me to watch the new Broly that they did, because I was a big fan of the original, and it's a little bit more of a remake, and it's a little bit different, definitely. But I felt it was okay, and so I really wanted to do something that never happens on this channel, and actually get Raquel to talk about, especially since she's the only one that's seen the movie, to kind of tell us about it. Spoiler free if you wish, or tell us everything. What you loved, what you hated, because you're the only one I know that's seen it. And I still really want to see it, but now I really want to know more. What you thought of it, storyline, because I only watched a little bit. I've been waiting to talk with you about it, so I figured why not bring it up on the gal that's seen its channel, who's got a Dragon Ball in the corner.
Well, I thought the story was okay, not as great as the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and I enjoyed it, but the one thing I didn't understand is Gohan turned to Super Saiyan 2, but for some odd reason, his hair didn't go blonde.
Now that's
weird. Interesting.
Yeah, that is weird, because beforehand, when they would aura up, or power up rather, pre hitting the Super Saiyan levels, of course their hair didn't change. That makes sense. But if he went to 1 and then he goes to 2, did he start off in 2?
No, you start off the regular Super Saiyan, and then you go to the number 2 level,
right,
with the lightning and stuff. But his hair didn't go blonde, though.
Was his hair regular, or was it
just regular black hair? That was it.
Was it the Super Saiyan hairstyle with the black hair, or was it regular hair?
Super Saiyan, I should say Super Saiyan hairstyle, but no golden hair.
That was probably a mistake of, say, the animators.
That's what I'm thinking too, Brian. Yeah, because I was going to say I haven't seen it.
If I can bring it up,
because it does happen, and a lot of times, believe it or not, to get cheap labor, and they're really good. Believe it or not, a lot of people get North Korean animators and illustrators because they're dirt cheap.
Okay, while you're all talking Dragon Ball, I'm gonna go out and rotate my tires real quick here.
Okay, no problem, DL. No problem. It was something like, I told you I wanted to talk with her about this.
I know.
One of those things where I'm trying to get.
I know you were wanting to know.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Because I loved, I started back with the Tree of Might and stuff like that. The old school movies and the series back on Adult Swim, Cartoon Network days, and I've loved the series. But I have a Vegeta figure that was created by accident. It's the Majin Buu saga. That's why I was wondering if he was already in a Saiyan mode, it would be, but if he was powering up as a regular person and then his hair's going, but he never went into Saiyan mode at all during that fight sequence.
And the one I was watching, they can actually go into the Saiyan mode and hide it, so they might have been doing that as well. and they weren't very clear in telling people all the rules of that because there's evidently rules.
Well, I mean, like Gohan or Goku explained to him way back when in DBZ time frame. I think even back with the Cell era, where he stayed Super Saiyan because changing took so much, and he didn't have the aura around him, and he wasn't powering up. He was just straight up Super Saiyan, but he had gold hair the whole time. This looks like he's just powering up to go into. So I guess that's my question: was he Super Saiyan before this, or did he only have dark hair the whole time? Because this looks like he's just powering up to go into Super Saiyan 2 mode, but hasn't quite, because he did get the power from the elders and whatnot, which also was as powerful as a Super Saiyan, if you remember that and all that. But that's what, and again, I haven't seen it, but Brian's not wrong. They had that in the Batman animated series where they'd have the emblem backwards instead of yellow and black. There would be a frame or two where it was the other way around, like you're saying, Brian, where there was a slip with the animation that got stuck in there.
Oh yeah, here's a biggest one. Like, okay, so X-Men the animated series, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the first episode, Night of the Sentinels, and part 2, where Wolverine's like, all right, I'm going back for Beast and Morph, and then Rogue stops him and she pulls off her glove and touches him. When she pulls off her yellow glove, her hand is exposed as a green hand matching the rest of her shirt.
Right.
Where, it would normally be a flesh color hand. So it does happen. Animators do make mistakes.
How do you know she was even wearing a shirt and just didn't have green paint on?
Right.
Yeah, animators never make mistakes. It's the audience. Always blame the consumer.
He's not wrong.
Wow, now you're sounding like a Marvel creator these days.
He sounded very 2022 proper, though. You got to give it to him. He's not wrong.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, he's on the right path. I have to give it to our Kiwi, man. He's right.
Are you getting paid a little bit of money to throw in like these little things in there saying, "Oh no, it's the audience mistakes, not the producers, not the animators."
Milton, say what I want. Ha ha. That way I won't kill you. Ha ha.
So yeah, he went on, Super Saiyan, and then he went to, in the picture right here, Super Saiyan 2, but I don't think it's quite Super Saiyan 2 though. Maybe just the edge of it, like you were saying, Adam.
Yeah.
Hang on, are you saying Goku's into edging?
I think he might. Are you suffering from Super Saiyan PE? Or ED.
ED, yes.
Super Saiyan ED.
Are you having Super Saiyan dysfunction? Is your Super Saiyan powers not working as they used to? Take this yellow pill.
or a senzu bean.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll take you to Super Saiyan 5 instantly.
In no time. Yeah.
In no time.
No time.
Just
4 hours. Daisy.
Bit of an inappropriate question, but don't senzu beans sound like steroids?
You're not wrong.
I now know why Elizabeth doesn't like it at all. Like she doesn't like that show at all. I now know why.
Are senzu beans steroids?
Elizabeth does not like steroid users.
Yeah, right. Like, think about that. You get your energy back right away. I mean, I'm thinking they're definitely a PED, Brian.
They're just super steroids.
That's all what television is programming, and it's marketing, and it's getting society to take drugs and other products.
Oh, you mean like They Live?
Yeah.
I Live.
Yeah. I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick ass.
Isn't Apple the one that wanted to like patent the word "I" on the end of things?
Who?
What about eye exam? Pretty sure it's
I'll be
easier.
right back. Someone's ringing the doorbell.
Ding dong, it's Avon.
Oh, damn, Avon. That's a callback. I was thinking, hey, it's DoorDash with your chicken sandwich was where I was going with it.
It is Mr. Sapphire Elf. Good day to you, sir. Good day.
Hello.
Or good evening.
Hey. How we doing?
Good.
I'm currently trying not to die.
Well,
Really
we're all
think
trying
we
not
should.
to die little
I
by
think we
little.
all, yeah, DL. I think in the truth of it, there that statement, we all are, my friend. Although you're just trying not to die in red now, but yes,
I'm
it's
trying
okay.
not to die. Yeah.
I'm trying not to die on a daily basis.
Mhm.
Sometimes
Yeah.
an hourly basis.
I think I'm getting over another late COVID or something. I'm unvaxxed and stuff, but I only went down for like 3 days last time, and that's the same this time. I'm getting better, but
Well, it's
she was a rough.
you know why they're trying to get you sick, right? You've
She
got
was a
that
rough few
untainted.
days.
You got that untainted semen, so they have
Oh,
to kill you off because you like are
land,
not vaccinated.
yeah, the landlady come back to the farm. I'm like caretaking here, and they had a funeral, so all the city people and family were here having a big mass gathering.
Yeah.
And I didn't even interact with them, but I've touched the fucking doorknob, right? It's like, ugh.
Zinc is your friend.
Vitamin D3 too.
Yeah, I've got some Centrum and just pump the vitamin C.
Vitamin
And I got
D,
some.
C,
My
zinc.
mum's a nurse, so I didn't even go to the doctor. She just got me some triplex antibiotics. She just told him, oh, it sounds like he's got the COVIDs. They're just like, oh, I'll take these home.
Well, the sad thing is, though, dude, I mean, at the end of the day, generally people will take vitamins not realizing you really only need vitamins if your body doesn't have that supplement, right? Like that's the general idea with unless you're working out and taking steroids, which that I don't do, but I do work out. Here. But yeah, that's the scary thing is we used to have, and as you said, your mom's a nurse, these things that were called colds. And people would just get sick.
And flu.
And
yeah,
the flu.
Like vitamin C doesn't help cure the cold, but it reduces the symptoms if you load it.
And also, don't just take a vitamin. Eat a fucking orange. Go eat orange.
Yeah, and it doesn't store
eat that stuff.
Your body doesn't. Yeah, anything orange. Carrots are great. Oranges, citrus is the best, but even just eating fresh vegetables like bell peppers and carrots and stuff, it's full of vitamin C.
What about orange rubber bands?
Fun fact: peppers are not a vegetable; they're a fruit.
That makes sense. It's got seeds inside them.
Yeah. So you could have. Yeah.
So I can't say peppers are bad for me anymore.
Peppers are awesome.
Vegetables are bad for you.
Yeah, I have a vegetable allergy. Yep.
Can you eat?
That's why I can't be around your leader of your country.
Broccoli is like ambrosia of the gods. It's like second only to beer.
Did that. That was very good, Milton. That was fucking class act from you, my friend.
That was a good one.
Good one. Shit.
The class act's coming from me. When does that happen?
We really are in the apocalypse,
apparently, because that was bloody brilliant. I love it, man. That was great. Good one. Can't be around your president because I'm allergic to vegetables. My man, I was wondering where you were taking it, and I agree. I back this message.
Oh, that's right. You're a New Zealander. That's bloody Ardennes, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I get that. She reminds me of Jerry Seinfeld. She's got a face like a horse.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Nazis. That's why I don't like her.
Yeah.
She's just got that air of smugness. I just want to slap the smugness off her face.
Jessica Parker face. Yeah.
I do love one thing about her though. Watch her on the news. The news will start harassing her. Like they're harassing the shit out of her now, right? They'll be trying to get a straight yes or no answer out of her. She literally can't say yes or no, like to the point where it's fucking beautiful. Like, does she not realize that's an old joke?
The political speech. I know exactly what you're talking about. There was someone that was really good at that over here. I'll think of it when I'm not trying to think of it. I dislike them too much to stain my brain with the memory of their name.
Whose name you're trying not to say?
Can't remember.
They're trying to figure that out, though. You can't
Can't remember.
We had
You're
a game on our television at one point on 7 Days. It was which is a comedy way of looking at news. How I used to watch news, right? And it has Yes Minister, where the minister is not allowed to say yes or no, or else they lose the game, and the comedians will ask them a series of questions. Jacinda Ardern just plays that constantly with the media. Does she not realize it's not all media stations?
Oh, right, yeah. So it's actually been like a cultural satire, that angle before. So, right. People are wise to it. That's funny. She's basically a Monty Python skit.
But that's the world we live in today, is just a continuous fucking Monty Python skit.
Well, that's what I've been telling everyone, that like everyone's like, oh, this left thing and all that. And sure, there's the Soroses, but any real world implementation of any of these agendas sound great on paper because they're inclusive. But as soon as they happen, World Swimming just starts banning trans people. Women's weightlifting bans trans people. The schools are getting shut down and people are getting fired, and all this transition-y stuff's getting shut down, and
What?
Even the global warming green initiative, as soon as we had a fuel crisis, Europe's whole green energy initiative fizzled into smoke and mirrors. That's bullshit.
Well, the thing is, we can live in a world full of ideals. Ideally, we wouldn't have nuclear power. Ideally, we don't have coal power in that. But it's like, there is two different types of coal when it comes to burning. These things are not fucking clear cut, because you have dirty old lignite coal burning, which a lot of old factories, old power plants do, and some do still in my country. But when you're burning hard coal, the stuff they use to make steel, which few countries produce, and no, Australia doesn't produce it, nor does America, because their seams have ran dry on it, and just have, because that's what you make steel with. It built the fucking world. But the fact of the matter is, the byproduct they can't use now is steam. Everything else is actually extracted from it, to the point of there is no such thing as an emission from them if they're burnt correctly in the right type of plant. But with the
high enough temperature and stuff. Yeah. And they got the chemical catalytic converter type stuff going on in the stacks, and the weird things.
It's how they make your fucking carbon nanotube crap, so you can have carbon fiber grips on your PlayStation remote. Like,
it's like the greatest reduction to carbon emissions in the Western world that we've seen over the last 20 years is the adoption of LPG, electrical stations. And now that's enemy number one too. But it's so much cleaner. And just, if they're not opening new coal plants and stuff, we've got the gas. I voted for a politician that wanted to build a pipeline for us to the coast so we could enjoy cheap energy.
I thought the greatest thing done for global emissions is a young girl going over, who you can't mention her name anymore, going over 6 seas in a boat that was the equivalency of lighting literally 3 average-sized oil tankers on fire with the amount of carbon emissions. Not to mention the lithium-ion batteries that leave the area of land uninhabitable for 800 years. But it was eco-friendly. My fucking ass.
I remember the greatest one when she first got found out. She was full of shit, and she had a publicity photo on a train sitting in that space between where the two cars connect, saying the public transport's inadequate, and she's huddled in this little space in that little walkway that's all dodgy and shit between the two carts. And then the actual passengers, because she was famous, were taking photos of her. And there were all these empty seats and carts, and she's just sitting there in the corner by herself with the publicist taking photos. And it was so funny, man. It's just bullshit.
I don't have any hard feelings against her, and that's why I'm not mentioning.
She's brainwashed her parents.
No. She's even ousted her father. She said that she really doesn't give a fuck about all the shit her father made her do growing up, and she hates him for making her miss school. I said it was a waste of fucking time.
Chrissy Mayer does a great impersonation of her. It is hilarious.
I'm just gonna gas these motherfuckers.
Planting trees does nothing, right? We've actually got more trees in the northern hemisphere now than we had 200 years ago because people were burning coal to heat their homes instead of cutting down wood. And I don't mean industry, but your regular population. We all just used to burn sticks to cook with, right? And ever since we've had coal for the last 200 years, there's more trees in the northern hemisphere than there was then. But the trees don't do much. The problem is the farming and the deserting and the shitty farming, because the microbial action in the soil in the top meter has more atmospheric reaction with the atmosphere and actually eats the carbon up in funguses and algae and all that stuff in the soil, or your bacteriums are way more important than a bloody tree.
Don't worry, the Westland District of New Zealand was the world leader in actually sorting out the environmental issues with farming to the point where it was restoring the environment around them. So our government told them that they had to sell it all, even though it's of no use to anybody else in the world, and we're no longer allowed to use it because it belongs to a different company overseas. That same computer software.
That's bullshit.
That's completely fucking useless to them. Literally useless. Like, it has no function to them. It's like it's like, I'd hate to dig at Australia here, but it's true. All our gold reserves are sold by our government over to Australia. We produce around about a third of the world's gold currently here. But the main issue is, we're the poorest community in the world because the Australian companies, according to Australian laws, can't hire the citizens of the country they're working in because it's New Zealand. They literally have a law excluding New Zealanders from working in their own gold mines. Just New Zealanders. No one else in the world. And that's evidently not racist.
The way these international corporations that own the mines work is they're getting so many taxpayer funded, like, what do you call them, tax breaks and tariffs are set up so regular people can get jobs, that the actual goods they're pulling out of the ground aren't getting any leverage when they're traded overseas. And basically they just let them rip this shit out of the ground and sell it just so they can employ us to do it. And it's so broken, man.
Oh yeah, like, to add insult to industry, injury, like, they also shut down. Actually, in this case, it is. They shut down all our mining, like, there was mining colleges and universities down here, some of the best in the world. They shut them down, because, well, it's not our gold anymore. It's legally Australia's.
That's bullshit.
It is for the next 150 years. They also told small-time miners to get the fuck off land. The only small-time miners now are actually they're reclaiming gold out of farmland now, and they have to be very careful how they do it. It's just screwed up.
Yeah, we got like old little rabbit warrens everywhere in the gold fields around Australia, and there's like millions of them, and they're just potholes of, like, they're not even mine shafts or anything dangerous. They're just surface diggings. And people will buy these lands because no one's mining them, and they're just selling them. I'll build a house, live there. And some dude will start panning it again and find enough gold to survive because it's worth so much now. And then the Heritage Council will come in and say, oh, these gold mines are protected. That's heritage. And literally, all around him is national park full of millions of them. And you get like one lone guy trying to eke a living out. And they're just like, nah, that's heritage in this one spot.
Well, it's like, where I live, they do have some issues with that because, like, and it's like, yeah, in areas like Nelson Creek, yes, I can understand because that's all the Chinese mines, and they do have it. They actually do have a thing there because that's one of the few areas you'll find trench mines. But outside of that, it's like, no, like, it's like there's millions of tunnels underground here, like millions.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, but it's only the one that some like private person's like just fossicking out and making a living out of it. They'll say, no, that one's protected. You know, all the rest of them are fine and getting like destroyed by cattle and stuff, you know, like.
And anyway. I blame the grey aliens for all this. They're up to something.
Yeah, well, they're not landing and saying hello.
Coming, Brian.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I got to get going. I got some
All right,
errands to
Brian.
run. I need to
Stay
get
away
some
from
food.
that nut milk because I don't think it's even the gray aliens won't drink that nut juice.
No,
Nut
not
milk?
even the
make you some
bees.
You
nut
mean
milk.
nutmeg?
No, Brian.
Malt milk.
No.
Sorry if I went
No,
on a rant there.
I was kidding. I was
Yeah,
kidding.
good night. Sorry if I went on a rant there.
Yeah,
You
milk that
snort
nut.
the you snort the nutmeg and you chug the almond milk and then you become a gray alien. So there you go.
Or is it, no, you gotta,
Yeah.
and then you do the cinnamon tang challenge.
Yes, the cinnamon tang. Yes.
And then the habanero challenge.
I kind of want to do that now. No.
The one
You
chip
taste
challenge.
Oh
Have
no,
a-
don't
later,
do it.
Brian.
Later, Ryan.
Better have a good
You
Right,
afternoon.
chase
Brian.
it with the Tructini. You know, that's Fabuloso and bleach
Bye.
after taking the Tide Pod.
I saw someone almost died doing the
Tide-
cinnamon tang challenge when he was drunk.
No.
I saw someone almost died doing the cinnamon tang when he was drunk. He got a whole tablespoon in his mouth and he half coughed it out and tried to keep it in to swallow it, but he breathed in the cloud into his lungs.
Oh.
And we had to hold him upside down for like, and whack him on the back until all this. Oh god, it was horrible.
Oh,
Like it was like
forget it.
almost a
The
hospital
first time
thing.
was cinnamon, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that make the cinnamon candies. Like back in the 90s, somebody got a hold of that shit and they dare you to fucking take like a drop. And like a drop makes like 5,000 fucking candy. It's like, you're not meant to put that shit in your mouth, stupid.
No. That will literally burn your mouth.
Yes, you would have no taste buds. Yeah, exactly.
I've seen a video where a husband challenged his wife to do the cinnamon challenge, but he changed the cinnamon with what was it, paprika?
I was thinking ginger.
Yeah.
That'd be harsh.
Did you know if you inhale cinnamon, you can produce juice? I think it's up to 2 cups of phlegm in your lungs, and you only need 2 tablespoons to die.
Yeah, this was like close to death, man. We were like holding him upside down. It's like, you know, I had my first aid. My mum's a nurse. I know what I'm doing. He wasn't dead.
The cinnamon thing I can understand, but people banning Tide Pods and telling it's like, first of all, the Tide Pods said do not consume toxic.
Yeah.
Like, if the people dying from that,
That's
like,
just natural
that's
selection.
not a problem.
Yeah.
That's
If
natural
you're
selection.
that dumb, you deserve what you get.
It's like when I talk about this gluten-free shit people are into. It's like if you can't eat wheat and grains, what are you doing in a modern domesticated society? Go live in a cave and kill things with sticks, you heathen.
Here's the thing: people going on that they have a gluten allergy. Do you know how you find out that you got a gluten allergy?
I don't think
Eat
they exist.
gluten.
You have a piece of bread and you wake up in hospital just about dead. That's how you find out you have a gluten allergy. That's if you survive it. Gluten allergies is one of the most deadliest allergies on the fucking
I
planet.
like the way you say dead. Deed.
Yeah, but like, why is everything now gluten-free? It's like, it can't just be like, because, you know, I know that we label things peanut-free, but you can still buy things with peanuts in it. But now you can't find gluten in anything.
When I was a
some
kid, there was
cases,
no
remember-
such thing as food allergies, or if there was, nobody knew about them. I mean, for Pete's sake, every damn kid in the class ate a damn peanut butter sandwich.
Well,
Yeah, you know what I
that
think it
maybe
is?
a side effect from the vaccinations and shit too that they forced on the population that made them allergic to the cheap shit.
I've got a theory about this, and I think it's women being in the workforce and the
Ever
foods
since women
that-
got the right to vote, yeah.
No, but the
It's dumb
food
as shit,
that the
yeah.
families are eating isn't as diverse anymore. And if you don't eat things when you're young, you
I'm
can
changing
develop
myself.
intolerance to it later in life.
Well,
And you should like test your kid with a bit of peanut butter on the lip when you're like near a hospital. But you know, do it early, you know. And also modern cleaning products. Sorry.
I went a year, and then I went another year when I was young, where I couldn't eat food at all because my throat was recovering, and I cannot stand a liquid diet anymore. But then you get these fuckers that try to make their own liquid diets. Those
Don't
shades.
talk to me about liquid diets. man.
Exactly. You're talking to 2 guys that have been on liquid diets due to being ill and other things. So yeah,
I don't
we
want
feel
to.
you. We feel you on that. And I thought. Hold on, Bill. I thought the only person that was truly allergic to nuts were the lesbians.
I'd laugh, but I got the chest infection. If I do, I'm just gonna hack out. So like it needs to be a pirate.
Apparently, our vice president, she's not allergic to nuts.
Just Joe Biden's.
Hang on. She's allergic to herself.
Yeah.
Is that Alice Cooper?
No, our VP. Kamala Harris.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jill Biden. We call her Alice Cooper.
No, he said VP. He said vice president.
Why are you being so mean to Alice Cooper? Like, wow.
I was going to say, what did Alice ever do to you?
Yeah, like, despite the fact that Alice Cooper, like, oh no, I'm thinking of somebody else. Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, not Gene Simmons. The other one. The one that looked old when he was like 30.
Hey, he just looked experienced. Like he had way too much experience and he saw
he took all the experience and sniffed it all and shelved all the rest of it. He took all the experience.
Like, I thought I've lived a haunting life. That man shows a haunting life.
Imagine walking around those challenges like the the cinnamon challenge or anything like that when those are real popular. Being a youngin.
What about people? What about towns?
Huh?
Oh, what about towns and city banning? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like there for a while they did the ice bucket challenge. They did this challenge. They did
the stupid Tide Pod.
Yeah, I've never been a trender. I've seen drunk idiots do it because they're all talking about it, but no, I've never been a trender.
Yeah, I've seen people do the ice bucket challenge, and that's about it. I haven't seen nobody else do no cinnamon challenge.
What about people dying from doing planking? Like planking, try to have the train in the background so they get hit by train.
Yeah.
Did you know that trains quite commonly stop at train stops? You could actually still get the same picture without getting ran over.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that'll be right.
Like,
you gotta wonder. Yeah, someone will upload a picture. Yeah, in front of a stopped train, and yeah, it'll be an empty platform, and they'll edit out the platform or something. People will think, oh no, I got to stand in front of a moving train for the most extreme, because it's always this one-upping in social media for more likes.
Is that like train spotting?
You know what? If you survive, wow! If you survive, you can receive a reward. If you don't survive, your family can get the Darwin Award.
Have you seen that girl, the lady has the gun and she like playing with it and she acts like she puts it, or she actually does put it against her head and she pulls the trigger and it goes off and.
I don't know about that. No, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I can't watch that kind of thing.
But no, she doesn't kill herself. It blows her hair back, and she's like, the look on her face is like, I could have freaking killed myself. No kidding, you shithead.
It's like, people will buy blank rounds or starter pistol rounds, right? And this will do the same with a starter pistol. Did you know you're more likely to survive if there's a bullet in that gun than if there's a blank round?
Yeah.
Because the concussive wave has a directional point in it where it can go through your head. That when you hit your head with a explosive from a blank round, your head turns into watermelon chunks.
That's the way the shockwave's distributed, by having the projectile there.
There's been several people
doing something to the muzzle velocity. That makes sense.
Brandon Lee, several other actors.
And would blanks even have a bigger charge, so they've got a fancier flash coming out the end of the barrel, so they look cooler?
Blanks, a blank round, technically to blow your head up, all you need is the little ignition charge at the back of the little
the primer.
They call nipples on muskets. Yeah, primer.
Yeah.
You can tell that I'm more used to using muskets, but I have never.
I'd love to play with a black powder firearm, but I'm a bow guy. I can't even make my own bows. My dad was English and he was a scout. I've even got a yew tree on the family fruit orchard. I make a new bow every whenever my old one wears out. Normally 7 years.
If I knew how to make it myself, I'd make my own TV and PlayStation. Everything else in this room, apart from the odd tapestry and thing I've made, like I've even made the string and the fucking dream catchers, and the wire and the wire one.
Yeah, I'm crafty. That's kind of my thing. I was a blacksmith toolmaker as a trade, but I used to do bladesmithing and I did all the wood and leather working and all that. And then I got into antique restoration because it was easier work and more money in it. And once you know how to put patinas on metals and like replace a few rivets, you just, away you go. Fix old things. People love that stuff.
The annoying thing is when you spend a whole year splitting down the pine and you make a bookshelf to be exactly like the one you can't afford, and then you realize you made it about 3 inches too short and 3 inches too narrow.
Is that for your large epic book you wanted to display? You put the shelves in, and you've dovetailed them in so you can't move the bitches. Yeah, that'd be right.
No, there at Smith City there was a bookshelf that I really wanted, but it was like $500. I couldn't get it. Like it was ridiculous. But I could get a hold of a pine log. It actually took me 3 because I shed up a few of the planks. Anyway, while my hands were still working well enough, I ended up recreating the whole frickin' bookshelf, and I made it too short and too narrow. It's not like the one in the store. So I want to get a matching one for it, but I'm going to have to do the same thing again. And that was an insane amount of work.
So you cut your own boards out. What did you use for that? Did you just use a jig on a chainsaw, or did you use a
Mostly I used a couple of old axe heads where I didn't have the right wedges, but
wedges and splitters. Yeah, I know. That's how I do my bows, because if you get a straight grain split, you know you've got a good piece of bow wood. You take a large piece and split it into quarters, and so you have the hardwood on the inside where you bend the bow backwards, and the whitewood on the outside. It's like elastic, and so it comes out like a thing. Anyway.
Yeah, once I was done the initial splits into quarters, I just spent a lot of time with a handsaw. Way too much time.
You need a plane, dude. You need a plane. You need a plane. Planes look slow, but modern power tools are the illusion of speed.
I think they spin so right up there.
Yeah, like I've had people say to me with my blacksmithing, why don't you just grind that out of a piece of bar with a grinder? But what they don't realize is because the grinder moves fast, you'll be grinding there for 10 minutes, but I can heat it up and have a durry for 5 minutes while it's getting warm and then tap it 5 times with a hammer, and that's good, you know.
I had never done blacksmithing by myself, meaning unsupervised, but I've made a couple of projects myself without the other guy actually touching. And one thing I learned was hot rasping. Hot rasping was not only a bitch, but sometimes the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I've done hot splitting, but I've never done rasping. I normally swage it after I split it just to clean it up.
He got me to use an old horseshoeing rasp on the metal once the metal was heated up. It was heated up to the point where I had to squint to look at it. So yeah.
Yeah, it becomes plastic. Yeah.
The problem is I had to do it half blind because I have major light sensitivities, and it's like my eyes weren't adjusting to the light properly.
Yeah. I wear glass welders glasses that are a special element in them, like NASA windows, and they filter out infrared and UV. And if you look at a fire and you see the flames, you put them on and the flames disappear and all you see is the glow of the coals. And like you can see the heat of your glass or your metal in it without burning your eyes. Because, you know, a welding flash, that happens instantly. But if you're forging for 6 hours around that, it's the same thing.
Oh, I don't have them anymore, but when I used to help out welding and that in the engineer shops, there's a couple where I grew up. But anyway, I used to have the best welding goggles ever, and I used to get like made fun of because like everybody had the fucking hood, but I actually managed to save up and order away for a pair of goggles, and they were the best.
Yeah, I'm big on safety equipment, and they're stylish when you got a good pair. You know. Like...
Oh yeah, like the only reason why you're getting the welding goggles over the hood is because of style, because they're actually slightly less safe than the hood.
Well, they look steampunk, and they're just boss as hell. You know.
I know,
and
like,
they're not as heavy on your head either.
There's embarrassingly adorable photos of me sitting inside digger buckets, sitting there with the fucking pneumatic hammer thing with the air compressor on in the background, knocking off all the fucking welding slag that's built up around the welds, just going. Because hey, like those goggles saved my eyes, and sometimes I have to touch that welds.
Another good thing I recommend for young welders to start doing early is use sunblock as well, because that same welding flash is infrared and UV, and a lot of welders that don't wear gloves a lot will actually get skin cancer on the back of their hand from the welding flash on their skin.
Yeah, I heard you can get something equivalent to sunburn.
Yeah, that's what welding flash is. It's just burning your eyes with light, like staring at the sun. But that's also going on your skin. But it's addictive when you just got like a hot charcoal forge. That glow of the fire, like nature's TV. Everyone that goes camping has to sit around the fire. That's just where everyone goes. And just that glow of firelight, I think, is primal and addictive.
Well, that's why serial murderers hunt you when you're camping. They just want the fire to themselves.
Oh, but the boogeymen don't come into the firelight. That's why you stay in the light of the fire.
Jason does, just before he kills you.
Nice. I was thinking about the hairy man.
I am the hairy man.
You're a wog, are you?
No, I'm just covered in hair.
Yeah.
I make Wookiees look bald.
Yeah, Maoris aren't hairy, are they? Or you just,
yes, they are.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Pacific Islanders were hairy.
They are when they're not shaving their heads and wearing swastikas, yeah.
All right, fair enough.
But that's only North Islanders.
Yeah. I live pretty much directly across from New Zealand. Like, if you paddled a canoe, you'd end up in my town. And we're like a little surfy, coasty town. And in summer holidays, it's just packed. And you get these giant Maoris in there. But I grew up with the Yuin tribe and stuff. I'm actually the great white black fella. And like these huge guys will come in and everyone's like all a bit scared, and like the local country town people. And I'm like, oh, how you going, mate? And there's these massive dudes. And they're like, oh, yeah, no, sweet, eh? Doing all right?
If they got bulldog tattoos on their face and swastikas tattooed on their face, don't talk to them.
Look, the ones over here on holidays at the surfing towns, they look big, they look real scary. They got the tattoos, but they're more like the tribal style.
Yeah.
They're not, they're not like biker style.
Don't mistake a nipple for a mongrel mob tattoo.
Yeah, well, I worked at the service station, so I know what the rebels and the Hells Angels and all that are about. The only ones I ever had a problem with were the Fourth Reich, the neo-Nazis. Didn't like them.
Yeah. Yeah, try being taught Jewish ceremonial magic and then took it into a biker's bar a bar that just lets anybody in that's a fucking biker, and then you're walking around and there somebody has a fucking swastika on them, sees Lawrence dressed up as an Orthodox Jew because he's working, then they decide to harass his apprentice, don't they? Yeah, it was funny watching them get thrown out of windows. Happened twice, like seriously, like in the movies, it happened twice, and I was like, "Holy fuck!"
Well, I'm a long head. I'm a long head. I used to be a pot grower, so I go into the pub next door where I worked. It was like a rebels one, and they'd ask me, and I'm like, no, not happening. but it's like one guy that could come and he just takes all of it, and I just do it in one, and then they can fuck around with it. I don't care.
I just checked out a place and I lost good reputation points. That cost me 3 gold. Why did I lose it?
What are you playing?
Red Dead Online.
Ah, gotcha. You're in like the end game. You've got gold pieces.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about. I don't know how the in-game economy and how the miners work and stuff. But
You get cash when you do missions, but sometimes you get gold nuggets, and they just let you buy the extra stuff at the store.
Yeah,
basically, it's all clothes and crap.
Yeah, I remember the slow creep in gear score and monetary gain in Warcraft. And like you start out and like 1 silver's a lot of money, and you make your first gold around like level 12. But by the time you're level 60, you've just got like sacks full of it. Like I remember that first gold. It's like yes. Yeah.
It's like I got told that you're going to be involved in gangs and stuff. So as a bit of satire, I made the character closest to the same age as I was when I was involved with stuff like that. Made them look like me when I was that. It's like most of them just being a vigilante. It's like, oh fuck this. That's not what I signed up for. But it's better. But it's still. So yeah, I stuck with the wrong character.
Yeah, like when I talk about like the rebels and the Maoris, that like I'm never into gangs. You know, I'm more of an abo. You know, like none of that. I'm just one of the mob.
So, do you know the difference between a didgeridoo and a didgeridoo not?
Yeah, one's being held by Nicole Kidman on a fucking American TV show.
I just like asking vaguely semi-racist questions to Australians because then they just turn it into something stupid and funny.
Yeah, women aren't allowed to touch didgeridoos, mate. That's culturally insensitive.
Why aren't you allowed to touch didgeridoos?
Because they're a phallic symbol that the men play. Women aren't meant to be blowing on didgeridoos in public, mate.
Well, maybe not in public, but maybe in somebody's bedroom.
Well, I'm just saying, that's what I mean. This is part of the culture. But, Nicole Kidman, you're Australian, you're on Jimmy Kimmel or some shit. And they bring in a didgeridoo, and she's just like, nah.
Learn,
they're like
bitch.
trying to hand it. They're like trying to hand it to her, and she's like, nah.
I'm getting followed by another player. Leave me alone.
That Pepto-Bismol, we don't have that over here. Do you know what Pepto-Bismol is, Milton?
I know.
Pepto-Bismol is for indigestion and stuff.
Yeah, it's this pink slime stuff they drink over there.
Yuck.
Yeah, it does not taste like bubblegum as it says.
No, it's not. It's.
And what is it? Just an antacid liquid.
Well, it's for like if you have an upset stomach, diarrhea, all that good jazz.
Yeah, it's not a probiotic like a bacterial thing. It's just like a anti-acid, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, it's supposed to coat your stomach and help with like he said.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty much.
Help
Help
replace the mucus lining a bit too. Yeah. Like drinking milk, but better. That Illumina stuff, what is it?
Help drink the milk.
Oh, I just knifed this deer thing. Sorry. I knifed a deer thing. They're like really hard to knife.
You stalked a deer with a knife?
I lassoed it and then I stabbed it to death.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was about to say, Jesus Christ, deer are the most fleasy swift animals on the planet.
Milton, you're just a mean son bitch.
I got these gem spots. Sorry, you go.
I have actually killed a deer with my knife in real life. I do not recommend it. It was a dumb thing, and the animal should have killed me.
You need a spear.
It came
Don't
out
you
on the
know that's where that new video game Deer Hunter? You know they're hunting for they're hunting for the kiwis now. That's why it's your fault.
Yeah.
Okay. The dogs went off into the bush chasing something. I thought it was a goat, and I thought, okay, he's going to bring back a goat with a pretty chewed up head. I got to worry about this. So I pulled out my knife. The deer came running out of the bush, so I planted its so I just grabbed it, freaking out. I ended up grabbing it in the antler for some reason and slamming it into the ground and then stabbing it with the knife. And I don't even know how I freaking did that, but I have some sort of primitive, scary fucking caveman reflexes.
How much do you weigh? Or did you weigh?
Hey, Murray Kitty. Meow
I
meow.
have no idea. I'm not a skinny fella, and I'm 6'11".
No, Jesus Christ, you're a giant. 6'11". What the hell?
Hey
I'm 1
guys,
inch taller than giant.
I'm going for 2 hours. I'm gonna end the stream, and yeah, we'll catch you guys later. Thanks everyone that came.
All
Sorry
right.
for ranting on.
Sorry for babbling.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Nah, you're good.
Oh, you guys are fine. Yeah, I've just been having to, I've been running in and out and, listening, watching, trying to partake as much as I could. But yeah, it was one of those. I had a couple things I had to do in between and have to bounce.
That's just a stream ending. We can stay backstage.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. Well,
But hugs to
catch you
Moira.
guys. We'll catch you guys later.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye,
Later,
all.
No. Oh, good day.